Team, welcome back to another YouTube video. It is just before 6 o'clock in the morning, Trail Run Tuesday. So yeah, we're gonna get into things short, sharp and fast because I've got to leave pretty much now, really. But as you guys know, or if you don't know, every Tuesday I do a trail run, hence the term Trail Run Tuesday. Been doing sort of 1/2 trail runs a week at the minute, and they've been getting progressively longer, but that is about to ramp up to 2 per week, with a view of doing around 3,000 meters of ascending and descending, and then a little bit more than that as we get closer to doing the Bob Graham round. But I'm heading up to the Lake District, and that's why I leave at this time in the morning, get up there, good time, and normally start running for about 8 o'clock. But yeah, I think the first run was about an hour and a half, and we've slowly but surely over the last month or so increased, and I'm now doing a 3.5 hour run. But just so I can really like maximize that, you know, up and down, I go and pick a route which is pretty hilly. I can guarantee that I'm going to do a minimum of 1,000 meters of elevation. Last Tuesday I did about 1,200, 1,300, and today I think will be more than that because I'm doing 3.5 hours worth of hill reps. So I'm driving over to Dunmel Raise. It's familiar territory. I don't even have to think. Get in my car, go to the petrol station, get all my food and water, drive to Dunmel Raise, park up, open up the boot. I've got all my supplies in the back. I don't even have to put my vest on. I don't have to fill up any water bladders or put anything, like sort any admin out like that. I can just rock up, get my shoes on, go up and down Dunmel Raise for 3.5 hours. Might even treat myself to the hill on the other side, which is called Seat Sander, where me and Zoe got engaged, and go up that as well. But point being, I haven't got to navigate. I can just get up there. It's better than doing a Stairmaster in the gym, and I also get to come downhill. So yeah, hour and 45, get up there, and then 3.5 hours of training. But I thought I'd bring you guys along with me. I'm only going to be vlogging today, so I'm hopefully going to show you pretty much all of it. And I think I need the company. I've had a lot of company over the last few trail runs, and today I don't, so you guys are going to be the company. Anyway, as I said, got to get up there, going to head there now, and I'll show you what I have for breakfast. As you know me, it'll probably be a bacon roll or something from the garage, and something else, maybe a Huel, because I haven't prepped anything today. I only decided I was doing this last night, so yeah. Right, I'll see you when I'm at the petrol station. Music for this morning, what we got? Something copyright free, I think. I love listening to royalty free music. It just really gets me going in the morning. Right, this is what happens when I'm driving. You start daydreaming and thinking about stuff, right? I'm gonna let you into a little secret. Basically, I've almost taught myself to speak properly, right? And some of you guys that have been watching me for a long time, you probably would have remember how I'm really bad at pronouncing my THs. So if I was saying, oh, I thought so, I used to say thought so, as if you're fighting someone, for everything, you know? Number 3, instead of saying, oh yeah, 365, I'd always say 365. My whole life, right? I'm 30 years old, even there, you know, 30. Like, no one ever called me out for it, really. Maybe they did when I was a kid, but I think after a while, you're not going to tell a grown adult, mate, pronounce your THs. Probably just laziness on my part that I never sort of listened to people when I was younger. But we're getting there. It used to be so hard. I'm talking like 2 months ago, I used to be like all over the place. Whereas now it comes a little bit more natural, so we're making progress. How did I have a full MOT in service on my car about a month ago? And the tyres pressure is way too low. Anyway, I've picked up the camera now because on my last vlog, maybe my last one before my last one, so 2 vlogs ago, I was talking about picking up a new car, which I was about to do. I've got a Jaguar, which I do love, but I just want something I can like, well, I want to update my car because it's a 2020 plate, which is perfectly fine, and it served me very, very well. 32. Yeah, it served me very, very well, but I want something that I can just park in the middle of a field, you know, with a tent box on the top and go camping, which I'm sure you could do in this car, but I just want something a little bit different. Anyway, long story short, I went to insure it before going to have a look at it, and I was testing out the insurance, and I came across a review, and I was actually going to buy a Jeep Wrangler. Came across a review, and the safety rating on it was abysmal. It was 1 out of 5 stars. And as I was reading it more and more, you know, it was talking about how there was no airbags in the side doors, how it would flip if you was to get into a crash, how the dashboards would like basically break your femurs and all this stuff. And I was reading it, I was like, I can't morally go and buy that car now and then have, you know, children in the back at some point down the line. Yeah, turned it off, not happening. Insured my car for another year, and I'll just keep my ear to the ground. So any recommendations for a car that's a bit 4x4, a bit off-road, it's also nice to drive on the roads, and it's safe, that's not a Land Rover Defender, then let me know. I was looking at one of those Ineos Grenadiers, but they're, I think, maybe a bit too 4x4. I've been looking at Ford Rangers, which I think I like the sound of, but yeah, this is the Steed for now. Do you know what it is about having a sausage bap or a bacon bap from the petrol station? First things first, they're dry as a bone. I don't know why it is. You never get a good one. Sometimes you do, but more often than not, it's like eating cardboard. The second thing, I just find them quite filling. And it's interesting, the way I'm training at the minute, I'm not like going to hit a track session on a Tuesday morning where I'd have like something quite light beforehand, so I don't have any issues whilst I'm running. But because I'm just going to do like a chilled, you know, long run, I'm just burning through energy, so anything goes really. I've got a 2-hour journey and a little coffee and a bap. Obviously I've got some more complete nutrition in here. It's fine, do you know what I mean? I ain't going to do a high rocks, I'm not going to do anything intense. I'm not going to do a track session. I'm just gonna go do a long run in the hills. Justifying a sausage wrap before going to do a session. Okay, we've arrived and I am procrastinating in the car, as we all do. But today's Stairmaster, familiar territory, Dunmail Race. Sort out this admin disaster, get my trainers on, and then we're gonna head up there. Maybe loop round to the right and then come back down. Maybe go all the way up to Steel Fell and come back down. I'll just suss it based off timings and how bored I am. But we've also got seat stand on that side, which I can also do. But I'm gonna base up here, water, food, everything, and just go and crack on for a few hours. Right, that's me good to go. Anyway, right, session's gonna start in a few minutes. I don't even know if I can call this a trail run, but it is what it is. Hill reps. Okay, here goes. Number one. I'm gonna be kind, I'm gonna say it's gonna take about 25 minutes per rep. First one's a warm up, try and keep it aerobic. Well, most certainly keep it aerobic, but maybe try and keep it sort of zone 2, zone 3. Here goes. Been going for exactly 2 minutes. Heart rate is 128. Went straight into the blue, so top end of zone 2. So hopefully we can just keep it there. The car looks really far away already. I think the benefit of me doing a session like this as well, noting that going up and down is really important. It's not being too far away from the car whilst I'm on my own, especially after the ankle roll I had last week, which, by the way, how it bounced back from that I do not know, because that was a real bad one. Real bad. I heard it and I felt it. And last time I did that, I was out for 6 weeks. So yeah, it made a remarkable recovery. So much so that I could go and do the Yorkshire 3-peat. I still feel it a little bit, but obviously it's just a bit bruised, nothing serious. Hence why I can do stuff like this. Heart rate 133, legs are getting warm, calves feel quite tired. And I'm also starting to get warm in the long sleeve, but the saying goes, be bold, start cold, but it was pretty cold down the bottom. The sun has only just started cresting over that hill, so when I was down there, it was pretty chilly, pretty windy. The toppers came off. I'm almost at the top of rep number 1. 14 minutes. But just looking at coming down, I'm not sure it's the smartest idea, but you know, it's pretty steep. There's a lot of scree. I'm most certainly gonna end up flat on my ass a few times. Hey, who doesn't like throwing themselves in at the deep end? If it's too much on the decline, I'll loop round to the right where it's more gradual, come back in along the bottom and then shoot back up again. I will give it a go now, see how it is. It might not be as bad as what it looks, but just coming up there, my feet were slipping, so yeah. We've got to test out the grip on these shoes. Heart rate where it needs to be. Between 130 and 140. Up, touch the fence, and back down we go. Let's see how we get on. Right, camera's going away for this. I'll pick it up if it's a disaster. Right, not bad, but not great. Bearing in mind, you know, it's dry right now. I definitely need a set of those Innovate mud claws, I think, if it was wet. But yeah, we negotiated the difficult scree while staying on the feet. But yeah, the ground is chewed up. I think this is probably a perfect example of why when you do the Bob Graham round, you really got to respect the route and not hammer it with loads of paces. Because if everyone's attempting it with loads of paces and mules, then the route gets battered. I mean, I am saying that and I'm here doing hill reps, but you know, you can see it's not it's a beaten trail. It's not like a purpose-built, man-made, laid surface. So over time, this will just get more and more degraded. So when I do my attempt, I will keep it to like 2 paces / mules / witnesses, whatever you want to call it. And I've only ever done it self-supported, really. I say self-supported, like carrying my own kit with one other person. When I do it, I mean clean fatigue, no kit, someone will be carrying it for me, and all I've got to do is keep my head down, follow them. Downhill, heart rate in zone 2. Gonna be a really good session, this. I think mechanical load and the condition is what's going to be the key benefit here as well. You know, going down this fresh and it's quite difficult. Imagine doing it after you've been running for 20 hours. That is where sessions like this will hopefully pull through. Multiple sessions like this. I reckon I've smashed the estimation on this for one loop. Still at the bottom 25 minutes. I was working off it taking around 15 up, 10 down, which has more or less been the case when I get over here and touch this fence. On the watch. Boom. 25 minutes. And back we go. 2 reps done, coming down off number 2. A little bit better than the first time. A bit more brave, trusting the foot placement, keeping eyes out in front, trusting the grip on the shoes, and just being really, really vigilant. You're constantly switched on when you're running downhill. You can't switch off. It's not like running on the road. Your mind is constantly active. There we go. You know, make sure you're as best as possible not going to roll an ankle or put your foot on the wrong rock. I don't know how long we'll average the 25-minute a rep thing, because it's gonna be a long session, but I mean, it would be nice to stay somewhere around that. 2 down, 48 minutes in. 3 down, 65 minutes in. I think I'll have to stop counting soon. Lose my mind to get the camera out. So 3 loops of it done. Sorry, 3 reps should I say. 1 hour 13, and I'm now just gonna have a quick minute, get some fluids, get a gel down me, and then crack on. It's hilarious, right? I've only done 4.2k and 850 meters of elevation gained, so funny. Oh, what, another 2 hours to go? Oh, that was good. Right, let's get a gel. That was the scariest lorry that's ever come past. It was literally that far away from my car. Right, I don't have gel, but it's all good. We got some oat flapjack. Right, number 4, off we go. Just completed my 4th climb. I've got nothing inspiring to say. All I can say is I've been going for 90 minutes and I can't believe I've got 2 hours on my own. There's no one on this hill apart from me, which whilst it's peaceful, it's quite long. Okay, 4 down. My toes are taking an absolute battering. 1 hour 40. I need some more water. I drank like half a litre last time, so I'll drink some more. Oh my god, the toes. I have to tighten up the shoes slightly to stop the feet moving around. They will not see the end of this session. But to be fair, they're both dead anyway. They're going to fall off sometime soon, so why not today? So halfway through, I've done 4. That means I should do 8 in 3.5 hours and 2,200 meters of climbing and descending. I'm not gonna lie, I've completely lost count. I think that was number 5, but we're over the hump. We're over halfway. All aboard the train. Number 6, I think. I'll have to watch all these videos back to work it out. Okay, my maths, there you go, maths. If my maths, I can't even say it. Give me a second. If my maths is mathing, I should get 2 more done. 6, about to be completed. Well, up anyway, still got to go back down yet. And then that'll take me to about 2 hours, 40 minutes. And then that should give me 50 minutes to get 2 more done. Which should give me a total of 8 hill reps and well over 2,000 meters elevation gained and lost. Oh, back down we go. Coming down off number 6, and I have to keep stopping. I'm so heavy footed because I'm like, my toes are getting crunched into the end of my trainers. Yeah, it's just messing up my running gait. I think I need to get down and like tighten my shoes up a little bit. And yeah, I'm basically running with my toes like this the whole time. So my foot placement is like really heavy footed. I have to keep stopping. Ah, there we go. I literally just got to go to there. Whereas if I like keep my toes nice and flat and use my whole foot, it's a bit better. But then eventually my feet end up back where they were again at the front of the shoe. So I'll try tighten up the shoes, see if that remedies it, which I think it will, to be honest. Or what I've got to do is cut my toenails so that that sort of pain is mitigated and I'm not having to crunch my toes. Who knows? But that's why we do stuff like this, to work out what works, what doesn't work. Anyway, we're 2 hours 34 in. I've got time for 2 more, I think. Yeah, we'll tighten these shoes up, see if that makes a difference. I think it will. I've got a good feeling that this will work. Keep that heel locked in. Anyway, it's a good little session this, I'm not gonna lie. It's interesting, when you look at a whole session, you think 3.5 hours, that's a long time. Like, think of all the places you could drive to in 3.5 hours. But if you just take each rep as they come, it mentally goes by much quicker. Now, I've only got less than an hour to go, do you know what I mean? And I remember when I started the session, like 45 minutes went by in a flash. So I'm kind of suspecting that'll be the case for this as well. But I was just on the phone to Zoe and I said, oh, I'm bored, jokingly. She went, hey, you could be sat behind a desk. And that is like so true. Well, I remember I was back in the army, obviously I wasn't doing a desk job, but sometimes I would be behind the desk and be thinking, oh, I would love nothing more to be outside running right now. Okay, let's go crack out 2 more. Quick 2-minute stop, get the shoe squared away. Heart rate only dropped to 110. That's good. Right, here we go. Just like that. 2 hours and 55 minutes coming back down after number 7. He slips on his ass, rolls the same ankle as last week. Not as bad, but you know when you've got a fragile ankle and you're just pushing it. So let's just take it steady. I'm chasing this 8th rep basically, because by the time I get down there, it'll be about 3:05, which gives me 25 minutes to get up and down, which is what I did at the start whilst I was nice and fresh. But no, yeah, same as last week. This will be one of those sore ankles when I finish, but you just got to keep moving and accept that it's going to be a little bit fragile after. Zoe said to me last week, she's like, I think you just got to accept that, you know, you are going to get niggles and stuff doing this type of training, and you just got to manage it. So true. Like rolling ankles, dare I say a little bit of tendonitis in my left quad, which is not actually brought on from this, but brought on more from cycling, which is good. I think my position on the Concept 2 is probably what's doing it. I've got these little toe clips which keep my foot in a fixed position the whole time, so it's probably what it is, because I've never used toe clips before on a Concept 2. But anyway, I digress. We're going down after number 7, keeping it nice and steady. Gonna try and squeeze that a full 8 rep out. By the way, tightening my shoes, piss all. I need to cut my toenails. But to be fair, when do you ever run up and down a hill like this for 3.5 hours? Oh wait, yeah, Bob Graham. We're going, Goggins.
It's our responsibility. I'm a big believer in doing something that sucks every single day of your life.
True. 8. Oh, here we go. 3 hours, 20 minutes. It'll take about 10 minutes to get back down. Just finishing number 8 now. Currently on 3 hours and 29 minutes. And that's how far away I am. So this 3.5 hour session has been timed to perfection. For those that are thinking, oh, you're going to turn back round and get another 30 seconds of hill work in. Nope. I'm going to get down there, climb over that ladder and stop and get some water and go home, get some food. Ah, there we go. 3 hours, 29, 30 seconds. There we go. Job's a good one. Right, time to see how the ankle is. Oh, fine, absolutely fine. Right, I'm going in to get some scoff, something delightful. Well, that was a little change of events. Now I had a hair appointment for 2 o'clock, straight from the lakes, straight to get the head sharpened. Dad's getting married this week, so I've got a busy couple of days. Got a recce Haydock 12 tomorrow, then go to the European Athletics in Birmingham, which is great, and then fly to Germany on Thursday, so a bit of admin time. But now I'm gonna head home now. The way my legs are cramping is hilarious. I've never ever experienced like constant calf cramp in the way they are. They're not like cramping where I can't walk, it's just like, they're just like jelly, which is good. That, I think that indicates a good day of training, but I never beasted myself today, so I'm sure, you know, I'll be pretty well recovered in the next couple of days anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna head home now, get in the shower, and then a bit of administration, I think, a bit of recovery, and we're having a barbecue because it is 28 degrees outside and we're not going to get nice weather like this forever. There's nothing like coming home and watering your trees and your bushes. Favourite addition in the house. Oh, what's going on with the quiff? Anyway, if you haven't already realised, the temperature is soaring. 4 o'clock, which means we're getting into barbecue territory. I've actually left it in quite good nick since the last time I used it, thanks to my little implement here to clean all that. But yeah, we've decided we're having barbecue for tea, which will bring this day to an end. Early start, 5:30 to the Lake District. 8 3.5 hours worth of hill reps, 8 reps up dumbbell raise, legs are adequately tired, time for some recovery, and yeah, we're gonna have a barbecue. Thank you to everyone that watched this video. I needed the company today. If I was with somebody, I would have got no content at all. So the fact what I was speaking about earlier has come through. The fact that I did it on my own meant that I filmed loads of content. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you. I'm having a disaster. Thank you to everyone that clicked the video, and I'll see you on the next one.